Hello everyone and welcome to the 4th episode of Hardware Acquisitions. I know this isn't the 2900 XT review I promised on my community tab, but I think that video needs a bit more time in the oven. I want to take my time to do it right, so I will be pushing it back a little bit, but hopefully that video will be out soon. Anyhow, if you're new to the channel, this is the kind of video I do every time I acquire a bunch of new video cards, just to show you guys what I've got and what might be coming up. So anyways, without any further ado, let's get into the cards. First card up is the one you see in front of you, and this is a Radeon R9 290. It's my first Hawaii card. Somehow I've never had a Hawaii or Granada card until now, but now I do, and I'm really excited about it. This card's in great condition, got it for really cheap, and it's a pretty nice variant of the card too. It's the HIS iPower variant. Main differences are it comes with this pretty meaty looking heatsink, as well as an extra phase on the VRM, which is accompanied by two 8-pin PET connectors instead of an 8-pin and a 6-pin. So maybe some higher overclocks are attainable on this thing. We'll see. But unfortunately the card does have one minor issue. This fan here doesn't really want to come on until about 80%, so might look into getting some replacement fans, but might have to go to AliExpress for that. But I really want to compare this card against my GTX 1063GB. I think it'd be a much closer comparison than the last one. And maybe in the same video explore some overclocking and undervolting, see what this beast can do. But I like this card a lot, and I'm really excited to make some content about it. Next up is an AGP version of the 6800 GT, and no, don't get your hopes up. I'm only borrowing this card from a good friend of mine, but he took really good care of this card. It's in excellent condition. It's pretty much spotless. It's got the standard reference blower style cooler that was found on a majority of these cards, but something I like about this specific card is this front plate has got I forgot her name, the mermaid from that tech demo NVIDIA made for the 6000 series cards. I think it's a really nice touch and suits the look of the card really well. I'm looking forward to getting this card on the AGP test bed and giving it a try. I have a standalone review in mind for this card and maybe a comparison against some of my other AGP cards. We'll see. But John, really appreciate you sending this to me, man. It's an awesome card. And the next 3 cards come from an untested lot of NVIDIA cards. There's some pretty exciting stuff in this lot, so let's take a look at them. And the first card of the lot is a Zotac GTX 750 Ti 2GB, which pretty much makes this one of the fastest GM107 based cards you can get. I've tested this card out. It does work, which I'm really happy about. And I've had a couple of GTX 750 non-TIs in the past, and I love these cards. They're fantastic for budget builds, or if you just need to get a display out. I gamed on an EVGA GTX 750 SC for the longest time, and it was a fantastic card. A great performer for the money. But a couple of years ago, I actually had a 750 Ti 2GB, and I sold it. I wish I never sold it, so it's really great to have one of these cards back in the collection. This next card I'm really excited about, and it's a GTX 280 OCX by BFG Tech. Something that surprised me about this thing is that, well, it actually works. It will install drivers and it will do 3D. I need to do a bit more in-depth testing just to make sure 100%, but from that short testing session, it seems to work completely fine. Which is surprising because these cards tend to cook themselves to death. I really like the look of this card, by the way. I like this sexy backplate, and unfortunately these stickers are starting to come off a lot. In fact, the OCX sticker for the fan just fell off, so I might end up just peeling back all these stickers and revealing the beautiful NVIDIA reference shroud. We'll see. But this is actually my first GT200 card, so now I get to feel the power. A review on this thing is coming up, as well as a comparison against some cross-fired 4870s. I think it'll be a really fun video, so stick around for that. I'm just going to set that in the middle because it's really nice. The last card in the NVIDIA haul was this Palit GTS 250, and interestingly enough, I've never actually had a Palit card before, so this is a first for me. This was the dirtiest of the bunch. The heatsink was completely clogged with dust, and the back of the card was just absolutely caked. In fact, you can kind of see some rust left over on these screws, but the card cleaned up really well. looks great now, and after testing it, the card actually works. So that's 3 for 3. Amazingly, that entire lot ended up working, and I'm really happy about that because there's some really good cards in there. So I want to compare this thing against my HD 4850, as those were kind of the big mid-range cards of 2008, 2009, so might be an interesting video one day. And the last card that I got is one that I've actually pulled out of storage after a really long time, and it's this little guy. This is a Radeon HD 7470, and it's really just a rebrand of the 6450, but it might look like your typical boring old OEM rebrand SFF card, but this thing actually holds a special place in my heart. It's the first video card I've ever reviewed on my channel, and actually the first video I've ever made on my channel. It's a terrible review, by the way, please don't watch it, but I remember being pretty surprised by the performance this thing offered for 12 bucks. Obviously nowadays it's not too great, but still, it's just that card that started it all. So I probably won't do another standalone review on this card because it's not that exciting, but I might put it in a comparison video that I have in mind. We'll see, but it's great to have this thing back, as I have a lot of good memories with it. Anyways, that'll be it for this set of cards. As always, if you guys have any ideas, please leave them down in the comment section below. Your feedback is much appreciated. Also, for those of you who don't know, I have started a Discord server. If you'd like to hang out with us and talk tech, I will leave a link in the description below where you can join. Anyhow, that'll be it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.